Purāṇānaṁ ālayam karuṇālayam namāmi bhagavatpādam Shankaram Logashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhattarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ukaro Anthakaro Vai Rukarastan-nivartakaha Anthakara Nirodhitvat Gururitya Vidhiyate Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Prajnanam Shuprata Bhadram Karne Vishrniyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshaviryachatraha Sthirairangai Sushtuvagam Sastanupihi Vishema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vrittashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishyavedaha Swasti nastarchyo arishtanemihi Swasti no Brahaspatir Datatu Om Shanti 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 Om Prajnanam Shupradane Sthiracharanikara Vyapibhirvyapya Lokan Bhuktva Bhogan Stavishtan Punarabhidhishanodbhasidan Kamajanyan Pitva Sarvan Visheshan Subhidhi Madhura Bhungmayaya Bojayannaha Maya Sangyasturiyam Paramamృతమజం Brahmayattanadosmi Yo Vishwatma Vidya Vishayan Prashya Bhogan Stavishtan Paschachanyan Swamiti Vibhavan Jyotisha Svena Sukshman Sarvanetan Punaravishanai Svatmani Stapayitva Hitva Sarvan Visheshan Vigata Gunagana Patva Saunasturiyaha. Namaste all of you. So, we are studying Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad. With God's grace, slowly we are progressing towards the last phase of this kārikā. Still we have enough time. It will take more 2 years if we go in this type of explanation. And I would like to go in this way only, because I treat everybody who are listening this class are intelligent, they are intellects, and they have the capacity to grasp the reality in the deeper way. So I would like to explain in this manner only. Okay, we'll go slowly. We are in the 25th verse of the 3rd chapter. And what this 25th verse say, we will see first. We already completed the Bhashya. Just I need to say 2 sentences which I have to emphasize. This is the verse. Sambhuterapavadacha sambhavav pratishidhyate konvenam janayetiti karanam pratishidhyate. Paramatman, the pure consciousness, is neither a product nor it is a cause. If we accept one of these, it will become impermanent. With a change, it will become another thing in the creation. Being the base of all the creation, it is not a product or it is not a cause. And Shankaracharya directly point out from which verse this verse is connected, in which Upanishadic verse. And it is connected with one of the Upanishadic verse in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a verse coming like this, Konvenam Janayetiti. I was searching for the number which I have written, but Kamila will post the number of that verse. I will give to her. Those who are interested to look into Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, who will give a birth for this unchangeable entity. So, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad already stated that it is not a cause or a product. If it become one of this, it will lose its intrinsic nature. That is why Gaudapada Acharya connected this verse with Brihadaranyaka. Now, when before ending two sentences of the Bhashya, I would like to read, and more I will give some insights. Avidya udbudasya nashtasya janaitra karanam na kin. One sentence before also I will read. Tatha na kaschit yenam janayet iti konvenam iti aksheparthatvad karanam pratishidhyate. In the Upanishad itself, Brahman doesn't have the role of cause. Most of the people have a misunderstanding that his entire creation has a place for origination. And the cause is Brahman, which is being negated. Remember, before studying everything, in order to have a proper understanding or to help the mind to grasp the idea, traditional teachers used to say everything has an origination, and that's called pure consciousness, Brahman. This sentence is formal only for the sake of teaching. You should not take in the primary sense. In the primary sense, if the Brahman is the cause for the creation, then Brahman will lose its intrinsic nature. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. This is the point which I I want to say that if we accept the Brahman as a cause for entire creation, there can be some inevitable reason which we have to accept as the Brahman's character, which is not told in any scriptures. Brahman is not a cause for anything. Brahman didn't come from any other source. So that it's very easy that Brahman is a pure consciousness, which is the truth, which never changes. That is been told in the last two sentences. Avidya udbhudasya nashtasya janitra karanam na kinchid asti iti abhipraya. Due to ignorance, one may consider the Brahman is the cause for all these creation. But once the ignorance goes, when the person understands superimposition is the only way to accept the creation on Brahman. So the superimposition is not a creation by the base. On the base, due to ignorance, a person may consider there is something other than the base. Locus is the same whether you consider something other than what it is, or whether you understand there is nothing other than the base. In and through, the base doesn't have any issues due to superimposition. The same way we should take, if we try to accept that I am a male or I am a female in the creation, if somebody didn't got proper information right from the childhood, like you and myself and yourself, our parents or our forefathers may not have the understanding about the Brahman. So they didn't inform us properly right from the childhood. They led us in the same manner how they lived in this world. So ignorance is being handed over for generation. That I am this body, I have responsibilities, I am a being in this world, and I am human being, and I am a male or a female, and I have to go through all social standards and all the norms I have to follow strictly. All these things are due to ignorance. Then Guru comes in your life. Blood-related parents have only one role. They give you academical education and make you to stand in your own feet. They don't try to make you to be free from all these death and birth cycle and worries and grief, etc., which they don't have any idea. There comes the Guru due to our punya, and he helps us or she helps us. You are not a human being. You don't have a gender difference. You are not male or female. You are just Ishvara. You are free from all kinds of responsibilities which are only pertaining to a body. Because you are not a body, you don't have any responsibilities, any kind of to be done duties. You are not a child or a son or a daughter. You are not a female or a male. You are not Ramakrishna or Ramadevi. You are pure consciousness which never takes birth or death. That is why whoever give this advice to us will be our parents from there onwards. Blood-related parents are only now second consideration. Whoever give you the advice for you, they will be your everything. Parents, teacher, take carer, everything. Caretaker, not taker, caretaker. In any need, they will come to help you. The Guru will take different roles for the student. That is why the student is called Dvija or Dvijaha. If it is a female, she is called Dvija after getting this knowledge. Or if it is a male, he is called Dvijaha, a second born. When you are having ignorance, you have a different way of empirical dealing. But the story will change us. It's a different story now when you get the knowledge about yourself and the world and the creator. There only one thing which is Brahman. Your empirical dealing will change again. That is why the Guru is the ultimate source for a disciple. He is everything. Because I am a Dvijaha. I am a Dvija. I am a second born. When I got a second birth, it's only due to Guru. I don't have much duties in the first birth. You know, you have to go through all kinds of griefs and worries. But in the second birth given by the teacher due to the removal of ignorance and the knowledge of Brahman, they made a beautiful effort to make us understand. Then the understanding will make us konvenam janayet. Who will give me birth? Who will come out of me? So these are all due to ignorance. I thought myself that I am a human body. I have a lot of work in this. Ide abhipraya. Nayam kutaschit na babova kaschit iti shrutehi. Another sentence for the Upanishad. Nobody will come out of this. Nobody gave birth for this entity. Eternal. It is eternal. An eternal being will not take a birth at any point of time. Nayam kutaschit na babuva kaschit idi shrutehi. This also have a number. Let me check the number. Nayam kutaschit Kathopanishad, first chapter, second section, 18th verse. Under the verse of Konvenam Janayet, it has also a proper number, I think, fourth chapter of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and we will see. 28, I think, 728, something like that. Who should again bring him forth? Onvenam janayet. This is the Upanishadic sentence. Remember, even though kārikā is an independent work of Gaudapada Acharya, every traditional teacher have only one thing to justify. They will take the Upanishadic sentences and their independent work will be justified. Okay? This is the only true fact. No other books or text are being referred in an Upanishadic work. So, this is the entire meaning. Again, I will repeat before going to the next verse. Just to keep the meaning inside so that it will help to the continuity. Sambhudehe abhavadacha. The creation or the creator is been denied so that through that Brahman is not a product is been understood properly. Konvenam janayed, by saying that from which it will come out by this Upanishadic sentence, from which it will comes out, or what will come out of this by this sentence, the cause, the role of a cause is also negated for this eternal consciousness, Brahman. Now we will enter into the 26th verse. Sahayesha neti netiti vyakhyadam nishnute yataha sarvam agrahya bhavena hetuna ajam prakashate. Once more. Sahayesha neti netiti vyakhyadam nishnute yataha sarvamagrahya bhavena heduna ajam prakashate. This is also a verse connected with Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. The same Upanishad is coming again to play a beautiful verse. What is that beautiful verse? Saha yeshaha, this Atman, neti neti ti vyakhyadam, is described like not this, not this. By this, we understand that its birth is denied, or it is not an entity to have a role of product. Saha esha neti neti iti vyakhyadam nikhnute yada. By saying this, the role of a product is denied. Some other text also there right in front of me. I would like to give different meanings. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, 3rd chapter, 9th section, 26th verse. This is the words connected with this kārikā. And the entire meaning of this verse is like this, very beautiful way he's presented this, The Atman is not a form to grasp, to comprehend. Whatever we comprehend with our senses, They are not the incredible eternal consciousness. That is being told through these two neti neti. Not this means nothing is, whatever I perceive in the world, they are not Brahman. This is the understanding of not this, not this. So here it is told like this. What cannot be grasped by the senses, what cannot be understood by applying or by using the senses, like the 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 organ of listening, the organ of vision, the organ of taste, the organ of smell, the capacity, the faculty to understand what smell, what sound, what I see, what I smell. Those capacities are called indriyam, senses of knowledge, jnanendriyani. With these five senses only we can understand the entire creation. If one of them shut down, we will be in trouble. Poor eyesight, we cannot see the vehicle right in front of me. Poor listening, I cannot listen the horn behind the vehicle, which vehicle coming from behind. Taste is not there in the tongue. That's all. When you have a severe attack of bacteria or flu or anything, you loses the sense of taste. You want to suicide on that time because you cannot get any taste. We are not cattle to eat anything, whatever don't have any taste. Sparshanam, the touching, the sense of touch. If it is not there, people will not spend much time in the world of enjoyment, because the sense of touching make you to enjoy in this world with the gender, with the powerful things like, AC, etc., etc. So, sense organs can only reveal what is limited in the name and form, having a name and a form. Sense organs are capable of making you understand the limited things. All the limited things will fall under the realm of duality, which is not Brahman. So, neti, this is not this, not this. Through these, whatever I perceive through my senses are nothing to do with the truth. They are not Brahman. So I need not to worry about whatever I perceive can bless me in the world. Of course, they are superimposed on Brahman so that their intrinsic nature is Brahman. But in order to understand their Brahman, you should understand yourself first. You are Brahman. Without the understanding of oneself, you are not going to deal with others. So here it is told like that, Saha Yeshaha, that which is very near to us, should not be understood as this. Everything is Brahman, of course. In order to say everything is Brahman, first you have to understand yourself. So it is told here, Neti neti ti vyakhyadam nishnute. What is told? Not this, not this. It means that Brahman is not to be understood by your senses. Seeing a blue light, seeing a green light when you are in meditation is not Brahman. It is agrahyam. Already we mentioned in the first beginning of the chapter. Agrahyam, avyabadeshyam, everything. The same word will appear in Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad also. Appear in Upanishad also. Agrahyam cannot be grasped by the senses. Brahman is called aparoksham Brahma. Aparoksham means the opposite of direct perception. Pratyaksha. Aparoksham means something which is not available for our direct perception. Pratyaksham, paroksham. So, not aparoksham, paroksham means which is not available for our direct perception. It is somewhere after 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers, it can be there. But for my eyes, it's not available. So, it is called paroksham. That which is not right in front of my any object, any senses of objects. Brahman is aparoksham. You need not imply any senses in order to understand Brahman. Brahman is self-evident and self-effulgent. You need not to have any senses in order to understand I am Brahman. You need not to have any kind of symbols to understand Brahman. It is self-effulgent and self-evident. So that is why it is told like here, that is not this, not this, because Brahman is Brahman is not something which can be comprehended. It is beyond all kinds of perception. So come to the verse now. Sayesha neti neti iti vyakhyatam nihnude yataha. In the Upanishadic text of Brihadaranyaka, this verse is quoted for understanding that whatever we perceive with our sense of knowledge will not belong to the realm of pure consciousness. They are dualistic perception. Sarvam, all the things which we see are nothing but a Brahman, which is not Brahman. Whether it is the Hanumanji behind me is also a form. Real Hanumanji is pure Brahman. This form is only for the sake of meditation. Anything which is adorable, which is pure devotional, which is pure used for meditation, which is used for my survival, whatever I perceive with the sense organs, they are nothing but other than Brahman. Maya Srishti. Now, what is Brahman? What is being attained by you without applying the senses? What you can understand yourself without applying any kind of senses. Sarvam agrahya bhavena. You have your consciousness which is not to be understood by any means of knowledge. Ajam prakashate. Through that, what you understand is birthless Brahman. It may appear in different forms in order to make understand your vision, but it is not Brahman. Brahman is pure consciousness which is eternal. When something is eternal, will not take a birth also. How can an eternal entity can take a birth and go to death? That is been also discussed in the Bhashya, which we have to see. So here it is told, Sarvam agrahya bhavena hetuna ajam prakashati. Everything loses its way of understanding through senses. So, hetuna ajam prakashati. Through the name of cause, Brahman is illuminated. Brahman is understood by everybody. The meaning is like this. The birthless self becomes self-revealed for a person who is studying under a traditional teacher for a length of time. One should not take it as a small Upanishadic text or a small Upanishadic pages which is pointing out of the text. These textbooks are only for the sake of understanding Brahman. I tell you, once you understand Brahman, you don't need any book unless you are teaching. For teaching, you have to quote from different angles. But for studying and to have a commitment, you don't need any kind of books. Okay. Now I will continue with the bhashya of this sentence. Sarvam agrahya bhavena. By showing this, it is not a subject in order to be visible for the human eyes. Hetuna ajam prakashati. By the same reason, Hetuna ajam prakashati. Again, by the same reason which is told in the first line, that a constant entity will not have a subject to change, or it will not take a birth. An entity which is not subject to birth can only stay without any changes. If you take a birth and you want to be without changing, it will not happen. Any birth is subject to change within half an hour. Any birth or anything can change in a short period of time. Anything which is changed cannot have any kind of sarvam agrahya bhavena, will not cannot have any kind of intrinsic nature, because it became Brahman. It became the name and form. When the name and form is considered as bigger thing, then there is no role in the real entity called Brahman. There are people in the workshop or in the garage, they don't know anything about Brahman, but they have different ideas about different cars. Similarly, people can survive without knowing or no need to understand Brahman considering this. That doesn't mean that the fact is not there for Brahman. Brahman is the cause for entire creation, but Brahman is not Brahman. Brahman is not, the Brahman is not the creator. It is only the base of entire creation. Seems to be mixed up, but it is not mixed up. Listen once more in the recording. Okay. Sarvam agrahya bhavena heduna ajam prakashati. By this reason itself, everything became sarvam agrahya. Whatever is told in the name of Brahman, it is not invisible, because Brahman is not visible. Many people may argue something which is not there in front of my human eyes, I will not believe. They are called charvakas. Their senses are first and the body is second. For us, nation and its culture is first, and the senses are second, and the third is body and the culture, body and its parts. Okay. So here it is told like this. Sayesha neti neti iti vyakhyadam nihnude Yataha sarvam agrahya bhavena heduna ajam prakashade. When everything happened, sarvam agrahya bhavena, all the names and forms are nothing but Brahman. After understanding, heduna ajam prakashade. So that the traditional teacher who told in this Upanishad, to him, you are not an ordinary person, you are Brahman. That is something to be understood properly. That is called self-reasoning and self-applying about oneself, about the Brahman. So here, Heduna Ajam Prakashade. Through a reason, because of one reason, you are Prakashade. Kash, deep tau. It becomes shine. This is the meaning. So entire meaning is nothing. Neti neti the vakyena. By saying this neti neti, the Brahman is always eternal consciousness Brahman. And we misunderstand that there is a death and birth or death and birth cycle, and it has no need of to make anything other than Brahman. That is being negated like this. Now, I would like to give the Bhashya. One. सर्व विशेषण प्रतिषेधेन अथातो ब्रह्म आदेशः नेति नेति इति प्रतिपादयस्य आत्मनः दुर्बोधत्वं पश्यामः इति सर्वं आग्राह्य प्रतिषेधेन विशेष प्रतिषेधेन अथातो उपदेशः नेति नेति. No, there is no advice for anything. Just follow the understanding of scriptures, that is enough. It is told like this in the other Upanishad. प्रतिपादयस्य आत्मनः तुल्यबोधत्वं मन्यमानः श्रुतिः पुनः पुनः उपायभावेन देवस्य पुनः पुनः उपाय अन्तरत्वेन तस्य एव प्रतिपिपादयिषया यत् यत् व्याख्यातं तत् सर्वं निह्यु. This is the meaning. Atmanaha durbodhattam. Is not easy to understand what is Atman, even though it is simply arranged consciousness, eternal Brahman. Still, it's not very easy to grasp Brahman, so that extra effort is taken by the Shruti. Sarva Vishesha Pradishedena, by negating all kinds of substantives. Visheshena Athato Ashtadeshaha Neti Neti Idi. Athato Ashtadeshaha Neti Neti Idi. Idi Pratipadayishya Atmanaha. One minute. Just eyes are due to the Shruti Upanishad. Athado Adeshaha Nedi Nedi. By saying not this, iti, Pradipadayasya, in order to accomplish Atmanaha. in order to establish one's own self, because Durbodhatvam is not very easy to understand or grasp. The difficulty of understanding the Atman, by knowing this, Adesha, an advice, Nedi Nedi, by the Upanishadic text, Punaha Punaha Upaya Antaratvena, again and again by giving another plan. If you are not having the understanding of Atman by plan A, we will give you plan B. Somehow you have to understand the Atman and come out of this death and birth cycle. That is why, due to compassion, Shuddhi have different dimensions of explanations. Ubaya andaratvena tasya eva pratipipadishaya. In the previous verse, konvenam janayed, cause and products are denied. Now, all names and forms are denied, and it is self-effulgent, self-evident Atman. We don't need anybody's help in order to understand Atman. When something is self-evident in spite of all senses and organs, you understand yourself. If somebody asks you, are you here? Yes, I am. This reply itself shows that you are revealed yourself. You are recognizing yourself. That consciousness is. So, tasya eva pratipipadishaya yat vyakhyatam tat sarvam nihya. Whatever been explained, that all been denied. There is no other thing as a indication for Atman. Indicators are only for the names and forms. Atman is a formless, and it is called formless Brahman. When there is no form itself, what indicator you will get from the formless Brahman? So indications are only for the names and forms. So everything. So what is the use of scriptures? Another question you may ask. Scripture is only helping to recognize oneself. It is not established. It's not saying that after studying the scripture you became Brahman. It's not a future event. Already existing Brahman, Siddha Vishayam Brahman, is being revealed or recognized, make you to recognize that you are Brahman. You are not body, but you are Brahman. Siddha Vishayam eva pratipadayadi. An accomplished fact is revealed by the Shruti. Shruti is not talking about a new thing which is a future event. Okay? So, tasya eva pratipadayishaya yadyad vyakhyadam tat sarvam nihnude. Whatever been revealed by the Shruti is being denied. Even the scriptures, after doing its job, it will go away. Brahman is understood by studying scriptures, but that doesn't mean that scriptures, as long as you go through scriptures, then only you can come to know Brahman. That's a wrong idea. Scriptures do their job. What job they will do? They will make you recognize and they will take away the ignorance by revealing the right knowledge about you. The right knowledge is not a thing to be occurred as a future program. It's just like, when you forget something and somebody comes and what you are searching, I'm searching my specs. Oh, it's there nearby. Because the new guy came, that's why I got the specs. No, he just shown the idea that there is the specs. Similarly, scriptures are doing a very good job that by making us understanding that I am Brahman, and it will go away. Then scriptures done their job and they will go away. It's not that scriptures will stick along with you, not to have a Brahman should not go from you. No. Scriptures do their job and it will also get denied. Brahman is not depending upon any scriptures. Scriptures only reveal the Brahman, and you are Brahman. That's all the scriptures will do. We should not misunderstand that because of scriptures only we came to know we are Brahman. No, you are already knowing you are a conscious being. But scriptures will reveal all the specific features of what you are having. The scriptures will help you to understand you are Brahman. Okay? And there are beautiful sentences coming. I will just read the sentence and will stop. Grahyam jenimat buddhi vishayam apalapatyarthat sa esha nedi atmanaha. One's own self. Adrishyada darshayindi shrutihi upayasya upaya nishtam ajanataha. It's going. Shruti is just denying all names and forms. Shruti wants to make you understand that you are not a name and form, or the Brahman is not a name and form, in order to understand through your worldly senses. You can apply your senses only in the names and forms. You are not being name and form. You cannot understand Brahman through your any organs or any indriyam. Through the Shruti text, Shabda Pramanam, by the means of knowledge, it reveals certain understanding about yourself and Brahman. Thus, you will come to know these names and forms are not Brahman. But Brahman is the base of all names and forms. It is also my base also. It is also my base, the locus. Thus, I am already understanding, I am already evident to me, but I don't have any special idea about my evidence. Who am I? Thus, the Shruti will reveal all the features of the consciousness which you are already evident to. We will look into it in the next class. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayandam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Gobrahmanibhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshadu Parjanyaha Prithivi Sasya Shalini Deshoyam Shobarahitaha Brahmana Sandhu Nirbayaha Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om